So what if I told you Louisiana's all-time leading rusher plays for Southern University? And also he was on the verge to be the next star running back at LSU. Yes, I'm speaking of Trey Holly, who walked on to Southern University with hopes of saving his career after having one of the wildest years that you ever heard of. And this story has layers, so let's talk about it. It all started at Union Parish High School, where Trey ran for over 10,000 yards and he scored 160 touchdowns. Trey finished high school with 5 football seasons under his belt because he started playing high school ball while he was in 8th grade. And during his 8th grade season, he ran for nearly 900 yards and 10 touchdowns, which is an amazing feat for a 12 to 13-year-old kid playing against 17 and 18-year-olds. And after putting up those numbers throughout his high school career, yes, all of the big dogs came calling. And his choice was to stay at home and play for LSU. And during his first season, he made noise right away by earning SEC Freshman of the Week, which is arguably the toughest conference for any freshman to play in. And the play that put him on everybody's radar that week was a 67-yard touchdown run, which showed off his blazing speed and his great ball carrier vision. And you couldn't tell anyone that this kid wasn't the future of LSU's backfield. Trey wrapped up his freshman season with 110 yards on 11 carries and 1 touchdown. And after the completion of his freshman season, everything changed. While back at home during the offseason, Trey was at a local apartment complex where things got out of hand, which left 2 people wounded by gunfire. Following the shooting, Trey was identified as one of the 3 gunmen. So in February 2024, Trey had to turn himself in, and he was facing 3 felonies. The first one was aggravated criminal damage, the second one was illegal use of a weapon, and the third one was attempted second-degree murder. And with those 3 charges, Trey bond was set at $500,000. And since he was a local football star, the news traveled fast, and LSU suspended him immediately. And just like that, Trey's dreams were put on hold. And at this moment, Trey's primary focus shifted from football to freedom. And he would spend that next year fighting for it. And just a couple of months later, he got a small win when the grand jury dismissed the second-degree attempted murder charge. But those other 2 charges, he still had to deal with. So as expected, Trey didn't play any of the 2024 season as he battled with legal issues. And then during this past summer, he transferred to Southern. Now, he didn't get a scholarship, but he wanted to play football, and he walked on. Southern coach Terrence Graves was welcoming of Trey's service, wanted to give him a shot. And Trey wasted no time proving that he still has it. After having a great debut against North Carolina Central, where he ran for 116 yards on 10 carries, with one of those carries being an 80-yard touchdown. But Southern ended up losing that game, but they were able to bounce back the next week against Mississippi Valley State. But Trey didn't perform that well. So with a new coach and a new system, you have a team that's trying to find its identity. And now Trey got a lead, not just through highlight plays, but through adversity. And that's where his character will really get tested. Recently, the state of Louisiana filed to move Trey's trial outside of Union Parish. And when the state does that, it means they don't have faith in a fair trial at the current location. And here's the thing, talent opens doors, but character, that's what keeps them open. So before you react in anger, before you make that split-second decision, think about, what's this gonna cost me 5 years from now? Maybe just 5 days from now. Because one thing is sure, second chances are rare, and third chances, don't even bet your luck on it. And even though Trey got a second opportunity, it might be temporary because he still has 2 charges lingering over his head. And if he's found guilty, it could mean probation, fines, or even jail time under Louisiana strict laws. So now every snap that he takes at Southern might be his last. So what do you guys think? Did Southern do the right thing by allowing Trey to play, or should they have waited until his trial was over? Let me know by dropping your thoughts in the comment section. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hit that like button, that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm out of here. Peace.